Just like with any other job seeker, once you've developed a little bit of a connection, you can move on to asking substantive questions to figure out if your veteran job seeker will be a good fit at your company or your organization. And we've already identified that because their job in the military might not have lined up exactly with the civilian job that they're applying for, you have to determine if they have the same basic skills to provide good value to you. After you ask the following questions, you should be listening for can-do attitudes, initiative, going above and beyond, and awards or recognitions they may have received. Notice that the questions don't focus on skills they may have learned at a private company, but the answers will help you determine if the job seeker will fit well within your corporate culture and be valuable to you. You can always teach the specifics of your industry, but typically you cannot teach attitude and work ethic. So, here are 6 questions you should consider asking to help you learn a lot more about your veteran applicants. Please don't take these suggestions as being the only questions you can ask. These are just a helpful guide. So 1, tell me 3 things about this job that are important to you professionally. This is a good way to identify if they have really thought about what this job would mean to them, and you'll also have further insight into where they want to go professionally. 2, what do you want to find, achieve, or accomplish in this next role? Many veterans are great leaders, and here they may identify for you how they see their growth path with your business. They may also use this as an opportunity to explain how they envision translating what they've learned in the military to benefit your organization. 3, describe your ideal team environment or corporate culture. Listen for similarities to your team and culture to ensure a good match if you do hire them. If there's not much of a match here, the likelihood that this will result in a long-time or long-term employment relationship is probably lower compared to a veteran who's closely aligned to what the company offers them professionally. 4, I understand that veterans have a very strong focus on the mission. What do you do in the planning stage of a mission to ensure success? This will help you understand how the veteran will approach challenges in the workplace, at your office and any other place. 5, between the position you're applying for and your job in the military, what characteristics or attributes do you see as similar between the 2 organizations? This gives the veteran an opportunity to talk about why his or her background is relevant to the particular position. And you may not have been aware of that just based on reading his or her resume. This helps the veteran talk about something that he or she is familiar with and helps you understand a job history you may not be familiar with. And 6, as a leader, what do you do to create an environment of success for your team? Virtually every veteran has served in some sort of leadership capacity, and this is a great way to find out how he or she can bring that to your team. Also, teamwork is critical for the success of any organization, and this provides an excellent opportunity for the veteran to show you how he or she leads small teams well. Of course, you'll likely want to ask more questions than this during your interview. This list will not only provide a good base for you to understand a lot more about the veteran across the table from you, but these questions also serve as a good guide for you to use when crafting your own questions. Here's a sample list of further questions to ask. Again, not exclusive. 1, I noticed on your resume that you received a number of military decorations. Please talk to me about those. 2, what is the largest amount of people you've led? What were some challenges you faced with that? And how did you resolve those challenges? 3, effective communication is important to us, and I know that's also true in the military. Tell me about some effective communication techniques and practices you've experienced during your time in the military. 4, I know it's important in the military for you to take care of each other, and you often have leaders around you helping you make the right decisions. Do you have any thoughts about how that attitude can be implemented in the private sector? 5, During your time in the military, you must have had a chance to observe many different aspects of leadership. What are some of the things you learned about leadership that you bring here with you today? Remember, high-performing organizations often value many of the same skills embraced and matured by our military. It's worth your time to find out how that veteran can apply what he or she has learned to your office.